Welcome to this lesson on basic shopping in MacBuy. This tutorial will highlight how to shop using a hosted catalog in MacBuy. Hosted and punch-out suppliers will appear on MacBuy Showcase and have contracts currently in place with the supplier for premier pricing. For orders under $100,000, using a hosted or punch-out supplier, no receiving or competitive pricing is required. Hosted supplier shopping occurs directly on the MacBuy website. Punch-out suppliers differ from hosted suppliers by the small arrow in the top right corner of their tile. Items from hosted and punch-out suppliers can be submitted into one cart together. Non-catalog orders must have their own carts and cannot be mixed with hosted and punch-out orders. First, log into Mosaic. Locate the MacBuy tile. This will be on the Mosaic home screen or in the Mosaic My Work screen, located by using the drop-down arrow at the center of the top maroon bar. Click on the MacBuy tile. You are now on the home page, also referred to as the showcase or gallery. Before you begin shopping, be sure that the shopping cart icon located in the notification toolbar is at $0, meaning that it's empty. To shop from a hosted catalog, click on the suppliers tile. Remember that there will be no arrow on the top right corner for hosted suppliers. To shop, either enter in a descriptor in the search field or select the magnifying glass to display the entire catalog. Browse the catalog and use the filters on the left-hand side to help filter your search. To select products, use the Add to Cart button on the individual line from the item that you wish to order. As items are added to the cart, the dollar value in the notifications toolbar increases. When you are ready to check out, click on the shopping cart icon in the notifications toolbar. Then, click on View My Cart. This takes the user into the draft requisition, which we will now complete. The shopping cart name has a default name of the current date and user's Mac ID. This can be edited to be more meaningful to the approver or to perhaps highlight time-sensitive orders. If shared cart groups have been created, the user can choose to share the cart at this time by clicking on the box marked Share My Cart with Others. The names of your shared cart groups will show in a drop-down menu and can be selected. Select Update and Unlock to allow members of your group to access the shopping cart. Each line on the requisition must have a commodity code. Sometimes commodity codes will autofill in MacBuy, especially for hosted and punch-out suppliers. If a commodity code has not already been assigned to the line item, the area will be highlighted in yellow. Use the magnifying glass and the search button to display a complete list of all available commodity codes. When you have found a code you are happy with, use the Select button to populate it into the requisition. At this point, users with only the shopper role can assign the cart to a requester, or those with the requester and or requester approver role can proceed to checkout. Those with a shopping role may proceed to checkout to add a chart field, tax treatment, and shipping information to the order before assigning to a requester, although it is not required. If left incomplete, the requester will be required to input the information before the requisition can be submitted into workflow. To assign to a requester, click on the Assign Cart button. If the user has set up defaults on their profile, they can use the drop-down menu to choose a requester. Alternatively, select Search for an Assignee and click on the hyperlink. Enter a name and search. When you have found the correct individual, use the Select button. If you will be using the same requester on future orders, select the Add to Profile option to have the individual added to your drop-down options. To proceed, click on the Assign button. If you are a requester, click on Proceed to Checkout. Follow the ribbon at the top of the page to guide the submission process and either assign the cart to a requester if you are a shopper or place the order if you are a requester approver. First, navigate to the Shipping tab. Here, your default address will be displayed if you have one. To change the shipping address, select the Edit button. Choose from your defaults or a different university address. MacBuy requires a completed attention to and building and room number field to ensure items are delivered to the correct location. Select Save when you are happy with the entered address. Multiple shipping defaults can be set up in your personal profile. Using the ribbon, navigate to the Accounting Codes tab. This is where you will assign a chart field or chart fields to the requisition. At the header level, a chart field can be entered which will be applied to every line on the order. Use the Edit button to change the chart field or select from your code favorites. Remember, if the chart field is CFI funded, under the resource type header on the far right side, Please select Gift in Kind. When you're happy with the entered chart field, click the Save button. To assign a different chart field to each line, use the Edit button on each individual line. Chart field defaults can be set up in your personal profile. Using the ribbon, navigate to the Internal Notes and Attachments tab. Here, attachments and notes can be added that will only be seen internally, meaning all McMaster MacBuy users included on the requisition. To add an attachment, click on the Add Attachments button. Select the file from your computer and click on Save Changes. To add a note, click on the Edit button, type in your note, and click Save. For punch-out and hosted suppliers, competitive quotes are not required under $100,000. Using the ribbon, navigate to the External Notes and Attachments tab. Here, attachments and notes can be added that will be sent to the supplier. The process is the exact same as the internal attachments. A reminder that for punch-out and hosted suppliers, competitive quotes are not required under $100,000. Lastly, navigate to the Final Review tab. This provides a general overview of the entire requisition all in one place. To change the VAT treatment, scroll down to the line item details and click Edit on the line you wish to change the VAT treatment for. Beside VAT treatment, use the drop-down menu to select your VAT treatment. Remember, all foreign purchases must be self-assessed, 8% for goods, 13% for services. Once selected, remember to hit Save. If we navigate back up top to see our ribbon, we can now see that green arrows are being presented on all tabs. This is required in order to submit your requisition. A reminder that if a user has the shopping role only, they will only be able to assign the cart to their requester. Follow the same instructions previously shown earlier in the demo. If the user is a requester, they can now click on the Place Order button to submit the requisition. A requisition summary will be presented highlighting the requisition number. The requisition will be sent into Approval Workflow pulled from Mosaic based on the chart field or chart fields that were used. Click on View Approval Status to see where your requisition is in the workflow and preview the routed approvals. Once fully approved, a purchase order will be generated and sent to the supplier. The cart in the notification toolbar is now back to $0 as the items in our cart have been submitted. This concludes the tutorial for shopping with hosted suppliers. If you have any questions, please contact MacBuyHelp@mcmaster.ca.